My left eye sees the past, my right eye sees the future. As freshman year began, my left eye saw in the past a long-haired girl in white leap from the balcony. My right eye saw in the future me, wearing a wig and a white dress, standing on the balcony. My heart immediately stopped. I quickly dropped the hand covering my left eye. Just then, a voice came from behind me.
So you're my roommate for the next 4 years? Let me introduce myself. I'm Wang Qiang.
Hello, my name is Chen Jie. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I always feel Wang Qiang's eyes hide hatred for me. Then it quickly disappears.
Chen Jie, have you heard about this? Our building, used to be a girls' dorm. Last year, a girl actually jumped from her dorm room. That's why this year it was converted into a boys' dorm. They say it's to have boys move in here to replenish the yang energy.
Hearing that, I suddenly understood and knew I hadn't been mistaken. So I covered my left eye again, hoping my right eye would show me what the future held. But I could only randomly see events from the next 3 months. This time, I didn't see myself jumping from the building, but another short-haired girl changing her clothes. Wasn't this place changed to a boys' dorm? Why would a girl still be here? That night, my 3 dorm mates and I went to dinner. My mind was elsewhere the whole time, constantly wondering why I jumped from a building and dressed as a girl. Just as I was completely baffled, a waitress suddenly screamed. I saw her staring at me, her face full of terror, her eyes wide with disbelief. What? How is that possible? What's wrong with my face? She then ran off in fright. I watched her retreating back and suddenly felt a chill down my spine.
Isn't she the short-haired girl I saw in the future? But why would she be afraid of me? I've never even met her before.
I immediately ran after her, in the direction she'd gone, but in just a moment she'd already run into the back kitchen, and I was stopped by 2 male waiters at the door. That girl might be crucial to my life. I absolutely must see her, find out what she's so afraid of, and what she means by impossible.
You two gentlemen, please just let me in. That waitress and I are friends.
Cut the crap, you can't go in.
After they said that, they kicked me out of the restaurant. By rights, I was a guest there, and hadn't done anything out of line. Their forceful eviction was very strange. I felt like someone was pulling their strings, just to stop me from seeing that short-haired girl. Later, I staked out the restaurant entrance many times, but I never saw that short-haired girl again. I tried to bribe the other staff with money, but they all kept their mouths shut. Dejectedly, I returned to my dorm. The short-haired girl's lead was completely gone, so I decided to focus on Wang Qiang. For several days, I stayed in my dorm room, checking what would happen in the next 3 months. Why did I cross-dress as a woman and jump from the building? Why would Wang Qiang hate me? But in the future I saw, everything seemed normal. My roommates got along well, and Wang Qiang wasn't up to anything. However, I could only see 30 seconds at a time, needing long breaks. In just a few days, I couldn't see everything. Perhaps in the scenes I didn't get to see, events leading to my death were already unfolding. So, I worked even harder to check on the future. Every day, apart from the unavoidable military training, I stayed in my dorm room. Then I saw with horror that in the future, I was wearing a white dress, a wig, and putting on makeup in the dorm, scaring my roommate who got up for the bathroom half to death. I even danced in a white dress at the dorm entrance. Was I being controlled by that girl who jumped from the building? Why would I do the same things as her? Thinking of this, I decided to apply to change dorms. The next day, I took my application form to find the counselor, and in the hallway, I met a man holding a thermos. He first glanced at me casually, but the moment he saw my face clearly, his thermos slipped from his hand and crashed to the floor. This was the second person to react this way. First, the short-haired girl at the restaurant, and now this man. What exactly are they so afraid of? I immediately stepped forward and grabbed the man's arm. Just as I was about to ask what was wrong, the man seems to have received a huge shock and tried with all his might to shake off my hands. But I was a young, strong lad. There was no way a middle-aged man could shake me off. The next second, the counselor suddenly walked over.
Chenjai, what are you doing? Let go of the dean.
Didn't expect this person's the dean.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I just accidentally broke my thermos and splashed hot water on your pants. I'll pay for whatever it costs. Why do you have to fight me?
I knew he was deliberately changing the subject, but I was helpless, as he would never tell me what I wanted to know, so I had no choice but to let go. After this farce, the counselor directly rejected my request to switch. I returned to my dorm room dejectedly, then went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and suddenly realized something. Could they know someone who looks just like me? Someone who's already dead and shouldn't be alive, which is why they were so terrified when they saw me. But I don't have a twin. I recall seeing news online about 2 unrelated people looking identical. It's certainly a possibility. Suddenly, a thought flashed through my mind. Could all of this be related to my face? And Wang Qiang, the hatred hidden in his eyes when he looked at me, could that also be connected to this face? So I immediately walked up to Wang Qiang and confronted him. Wang Qiang, it's just the 2 of us in the dorm now. You don't need to pretend anymore.
Chenji, what exactly do you mean by that?
You hate me. You want to kill me so badly, am I right?
Wang Qiang was stunned after hearing that, then angrily said, Wang Lan is my sister.
Who's Wang Lan? I don't know her at all.
Wang Lan was the girl who jumped from this dorm room last year.
I was utterly shocked. A year ago, I was a high school student. An accident put me in a coma for months. When I woke, my eyes gained powers. I then plunged into intense studies, with no time to meet girls. Wang Qiang, I truly don't know Wang Lan. Could someone look like me, and you've mistaken me for Xiang?
How could it be such a coincidence? The very first day of school, after seeing you, I started investigating you. Given the current situation, I cannot rule out that you are my sister's scumbag boyfriend. And my sister's adoptive parents also said she never mentioned her boyfriend to them. They only found out these sketches were of her boyfriend after seeing them and asking my sister.
He finished speaking, then opened his phone and showed the photos. Inside were several sketches, and the person in them looked exactly like me. Where did you get these?
My sister was stolen by traffickers when she was very young. When my family and I found her, she had already passed away. Later, in her room, we found these sketch drawings. Her adoptive father said these were drawings of her boyfriend. He said she jumped because of a broken heart, and her adoptive father was the director.
My heart nearly stopped dead when I heard that. I met the dean today. Given that I look just like your sister's scumbag boyfriend, shouldn't his first reaction to me have been anger? Even beating me up would be understandable. But instead, he showed shock and fear. This is just too abnormal. There's only one reason for him to react like that. In his mind, I absolutely couldn't exist, nor could I appear before him. Could Wang Lan's scumbag boyfriend already be dead? Then how did he die?
Wang Qiang heard my guess and thought it made sense. What I didn't expect was that he's a man of action.
After I noticed something off about the short-haired girl at the restaurant that day, I started investigating her identity. That girl's name is Lily. She's my sister's roommate and a senior dance major at our school. Currently, I'm trying to find a way to get close to her to get information. I also found out that Lily's older sister was also a dance major, but 6 years ago she committed suicide by jumping into the school lake. In recent years, there have been quite a few deaths among dance students at our school, either by accident or suicide.
Has our school's dance major been cursed? Or is the first student who died looking for someone to take their place, and now it's my turn?
Wang Qiang was speechless. It's the 21st century. You must believe in science.
Is the dean the problem?
The dean is very fond of my sister, but if he truly has no problems, then he wouldn't have acted scared after seeing you. I'll be paying close attention to him from now on.
Every day after that, Wang Qiang would go out to investigate, while I stayed in my dorm, using my left eye to see the past. But the Wang Lan I saw clearly got along well with her roommates. Her life was positive, just a girl who liked to stay in her room. And in the past I saw, there were no signs at all she had a boyfriend. When she sent WeChat messages, I checked, and no contact on her list looked like her boyfriend. I often saw her roommate on long calls with her boyfriend, or getting gifts from him. But Wang Lan just quietly lay on her bed reading, not at all like she had a boyfriend. Yet her very normalcy made her seem abnormal. Since Wang Lan slept in Liu Meng's bed when he was alive, whenever I observed Wang Lan, I'd look at Liu Meng lying on that bed. He once thought I had ill intentions towards him.
Chenjai, you rascal! You're not a pervert, are you? Why do you stare at me daily?
You misunderstood. I just happen to like your bed more. How about we just swap beds, so I won't be staring at you anymore?
Hurry up and change. Don't peek at me again.
After swapping beds with Liu Meng, observing Wang Lan became much easier. A full month went by, yet I found no clues about her jumping. Instead, I started to feel a bit abnormal myself. When Wang Lan walked past me, I could almost smell her hair's fragrance, even feel her hair brush my cheek, a soft tingling sensation. I think I must be sick, in love with a person who is dead. Just as I was about to stop my observation, I saw Wang Lan holding a notebook, then hid it in the air conditioner. Once hidden, she met my gaze. Her eyes held complex feelings I couldn't grasp. My heart skipped a beat. A sudden strong dizziness hit me. Then everything went black, and I fainted.